I took an afternoon nap. I've made the tea. The advantage of traveling by car is that you can carry more, and I have herbal, actually two types of herbal teas that I've mixed at home. It felt so nice to be back in the coziness of the room while outside being cold and rainy. It's almost 8 o'clock, pretty late because as far as I understood, the restaurant is serving until 8:30, 9 o'clock. I won't eat much, but the curiosity is higher than the hunger. Then I will be starting to pack my luggage. I wish after the breakfast tomorrow morning to go to the monastery, so it's important that everything is prepared. I'm on the terrace of the restaurant and I will be entering now. Nobody is inside yet. That's the menu. Each dish is prepared on request. The menu is called A Spring Evening at the Boyer's House. I chose filled mushrooms with herbs and rosemary. And here I got cranberries liqueur. And until my dish will be ready, I will be going outside to explore more of the garden, the park. I didn't have the chance today because it was raining. The rain has stopped. It's not very cold. That's the way towards the swimming pool, towards the main terrace, but there are other little corners around. I will be enjoying my cranberry liqueur here. Has a different taste in this fresh air in the middle of this park. Everything is a beauty. The trees are all old. I've read that the main house where I'm staying used to be a fortified house, very similar to the one we visited today. It has been bought by the owners about 14 years ago. They invested 1 million euros in renovating it. I guess it was a ruin, and they brought the former charm. I guess they enhanced the charm. They worked a lot. They've also got some funding, I've read, from the European Union, but most of their budget came from their actual business. They bought the domain for their family to spend holidays here, but then they realized that everything is too big and they would love to welcome guests. They would love to transform it into a guest house. The family comes from Craiova, not from here. And they did magic, they did wonders here. I'm not a big fan of swimming pools, but I guess that many people love to swim in the summer. Let's take a look. I don't know how to swim. Sure, it is appreciated by many of the guests that are coming here. Let's take a look. It is so clean, it's big. There are lounge chairs opposite where I'm standing, and there it is a little terrace, a covered terrace, I guess where they are storing the lounge beds, and maybe when or if you have a barbecue here, the cutlery, plates, I don't know, I'm assuming. Birds are still singing. It's late in the day, but the nature is still so full of life and energy.
Good boy, good boy. Yes, sweetie, sweetie.
Sin creeping down my skin. I can feel it spreading when it begins.
I want to show you what I'm wearing. I'm wearing the shirt made in Romania that I bought last year. It's the first time that I'm wearing it. let me show you. And my kimono jacket that I love. I love to buy objects made in Romania. I hope that I will be lucky tomorrow in finding a traditional carpet. I told you that the tapestry, the carpet tradition is very famous here, very rich, and yeah, wish me luck. Cheers. Dinner is ready. It looks so good. Mushrooms with herbs paste and rosemary and salad, and I see some bread. That's the dessert I chose. It's called peacock eye. I will be taking it to my room because I have a small bottle with champagne and I want to enjoy them both together to celebrate this trip, the stay here, everything I've experienced here and around in the county or counties in Romania. It has been such an experience. I left my dessert in the room and I wish to have a look at this bookshelf. By the way, dessert, I told you it is named the Peacock Eye, and here in the park on the domain there are real peacocks. I could hear them, I didn't see them, but I could hear them last night and also now they are talking to each other. I see many art books, art catalogs, dictionaries, Petit Larousse, fiction, non-fiction, history, science, travel books. And right beside there is a room. The manager told me that here is the reading room, and let's take a look. Wow, it's huge. Traditional oven to my left. To my right are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 big windows, 3 big sofas, sofa chairs, a gramophone, I guess, magazines, books. Incredible. The doors from the main house and maybe the outside buildings are carved. This is all pure wood, the frames as well, and each door has a different pattern, different motifs. I love the handles as well. Everywhere you look, you also see local pottery and of course the carpets, the famous carpets. Everywhere I look, to each and every corner, I don't see any fault. Everything is so thought through with regard not only to this historic place, but with regard to the guests. I love how the local traditions and the nature is incorporated. There are those paintings here that remind us of where we are. We are in Oltenia region, Maldărești village. This painting shows a wedding, a traditional wedding. This young woman is preparing the food. This woman is doing a craft, I don't know exactly. I love her smile on the face. And this woman looks like she's welcoming us. If I'm not mistaken, the pattern of this textile here comes from Backhausen from Vienna. I'm pretty sure of it. I'm going to ask tomorrow. I'm working with Backhausen and it's identical to what I know. Good morning. It's almost 11 o'clock. I just had breakfast. It was delicious. Coffee as well, the lemonade made with honey. The food concept here goes on the idea of eating like a boyar. They serve all traditional Romanian traditional dishes. For example, this morning they served pork brain. That's very traditional, that's very Romanian. I just packed everything. I loaded the car. I will be going now to the monastery, to Hurezi Monastery. I just want to conclude a little bit my impression about this wonderful place. Every corner where you look around is, as I mentioned before, so thoughtfully made, organized. The idea here is to offer guests moments of relaxation, contemplation, calm. Sure, we live times when we need to simply calm down, chill down, recharge with energy, to simply be in a state of good as much as we can. There is something that I would like to add, because I want to be honest, I'm a very noise sensitive person, and I appreciate, of course, when public places, because sure, that's a guest house, you share the space with strangers. I want to also say what I didn't appreciate. In the morning I was passing by the reception. The staff never asked me how I feel, if I slept good, how was my stay, or if there is anything that I wish, that I need. I was never asked. Sure, I was greeted, but I had to say a couple of things. The house is an old house. The floors are not isolated, I guess, just there are thick walls, but the floors are not isolated, and the staff was preparing the rooms above my room, and I could hear every move. Also a mobile phone ringing very loud from the staff. In the morning she said it was late morning, but this is relative. 9 o'clock could be late morning if you wake up at 6, or it could be early morning if you wake up at 9. Another thing that I didn't appreciate at all, the owners cannot do a lot, but still they can, in a small measure, they can coordinate better the guests. Yesterday evening I wanted to read in the salon, in this beautiful salon, very inviting, a very inviting place to read, to relax, to enter into the world of the books. The book selection is great, but a group of people decided to party. They saw me there, they didn't care. They started to party in the reading salon. What the owners could do is simply to place some visual reminders to educate, simply to educate some type of people by writing, this is a reading room, please consider the other guests, please don't use your mobile phone, or keep the space quiet. Also inside the stairways, for example, in the morning some of the guests were running like kettles. One guest was saying, I woke up at 7, and I didn't want to hear that. You understand what I mean? Partying, arriving at 1 o'clock in the morning, very loud. This morning I've heard the guest say, oh, I don't remember how many gin and tonic I had, please make the bill. I think I know how many gin and tonic this guest had, because it was too many, and you could hear it. Also the doors being slammed. Under the balcony across the street there is a kindergarten and a school, and I could hear the noise from them. So that's the only remark that I have. Everything is elegant, tasteful, well organized, well presented. The food is delicious, the service is very, very nice, but again, it's not perfect. Just that you know, on a side note. Another remark that I would like to mention, look how beautiful everything is, meaning the grass, the nature, the greenery. This is a place of relaxation, but in order everything to be so pristine, to be manicured. Be aware that early in the morning you'll be hearing the engine of the grass cutting machine. It's loud, and I could hear it at 9 in the morning. Again, to some, 9 it means late morning. To others, it means early morning if you want to sleep longer because you are on holidays. So be aware of that. I'm in the park. I'm going to spend some more moments here. It has been raining in the night. The air is fresh. It's not very cold. I appreciate that. My car is waiting now. And my next stop will be the monastery. And today I will be driving to Timișoara. It's going to be a long drive, about 6 hours, I guess, but pleasant because I have some podcasts that I've downloaded. They are also waiting for me, so let's go. I just arrived at the monastery. Here there is some information in Romanian, English, French, and I'm going to read you a little bit to give you some background. Of course, I'm sure that some of you already have been here, but for those who don't know anything about the place, like myself, I don't know much about this place. I just saw a documentary. I'm going to read you. Built by the ruler Constantin Brâncoveanu, 1688-1714, Hurezi Monastery is the vastest and the most sumptuous monastic ensemble raised in the southern Eastern Europe at the end of the 17th century. Important cultural center from Brâncoveanu epoch, Hurezi Monastery is, by its architecture, sculptures and paintings, a masterpiece of Brâncoveanu style, an extraordinary artistically synthesis that distinguishes remarked it by itself by a balanced distribution of architectonical volumes, the richness and refinement of the artistically elements. I went inside the church. It is a masterpiece. It is gorgeous. It's not very big, it's not very small. Oh, the textiles inside, the whole aesthetic, the whole look. I saw some remains of Constantin Brâncoveanu. He has been murdered in 1714 in Constantinople by the Ottomans. He was thrown into the sea, and his widow took him out of the sea and buried him in Bucharest in Saint George Church. But there are some remains here because he built the whole monastery. I said a prayer in front of his remains. Everything was such a special experience. I'm going to take a walk around. I spoke to one of the nuns. She's the leader here. She was very nice, sweet and friendly, and I've asked her about the carpets, the traditional carpets. She said that they only create them on order, on custom order. She left me her phone number, and towards the winter I can contact her and I can order what I wish. She also gave me another address as an alternative. One thing that I've noticed that I didn't really appreciate, everywhere is written that photographing is not allowed inside the church, and of course I respected this request. It's written in Romanian, English and French. A politician came here by car. The car stopped in front of the stairs of the church. He left the engine constantly running, I guess for 20 minutes, as long as the politician was inside. He had a guard with him, and the guard constantly took photos inside of the politician. And again, I think I saw 3 or 4 different posters, different signs saying photographing is not allowed, mobile phone sure as well not. And I had the feeling that he simply came to buy the forgiveness of his sins while disrespecting everyone and everything around. Again, the engine was continuously running in front of the stairs of the church. Here is everything closed. The parking place is about 200 meters away, but special treatment to special people. I will have a closer look around. There are quite many visitors. The sun is shining, it's pleasant. Let's see more. I'm going to light up a candle for my grandparents. I feel their presence from up above. One for my father, and one for my family, you, my friends. I've spent here almost 2 hours. I will be leaving soon. By pure chance, I spoke with the abbey's mother. I looked for the translation in English. The main nun here, she's such a remarkable woman, and we spoke about the projects that they are doing here, that they are organized. It's a long process. She's highly intelligent, highly involved, open-minded. That's so important. And we spoke for 1 hour, I guess. What a pleasure and honor. I will come back here because we have some ideas. We would like to cooperate. It's very important to be able to share, to share knowledge, to share what inspires you, what you find good, beautiful, and of quality, the quality of life, the quality of creation, what comes out of your hands and soul and mind. And we share the same thoughts, the same approach. I will be going now towards the exit. It has been, I would say, a little miracle, this visit. I knew that it is a special place. By the way, the whole monastic ensemble is part of UNESCO heritage. That's something, I would say, rare. Simply the high standard. It's not an easy process to be accepted on the list. It has to be a very, very special place. Now it's very quiet. The nuns are eating. I was invited to join them, but I have a long road ahead, a long way to Timișoara. I will come back here with the next occasion. We will stay in touch, and I will be showing you as much as I find interesting. See you later.
27.
My boyfriend, so how could she be totally fine a few days later just kicking it in a hotel lobby and like she's on that show, Candid Camera, or whatever that old school show was called? It's just weird. The interrogation lasted for a total 4 hours.
That don't want to be able to like look at a man in the eyes. They want to only look up. And I'm like, y'all. I'm like, it's great when you're on the same eye level.
You can find like a basketball player or something.
I know. Let me just.
Taylor was an adult. Remember, Taylor's 18, Jordan's 16. That she should be charged criminally.
I just arrived in Timișoara. I've been driving 5.5 hours from Hurezi. The roads were smooth, not too crowded, not too busy, not too stressful. The last hour felt a bit boring, but it's normal. I checked into my room at Best Western Hotel. I've been staying here last year. I was hesitating a little bit. Last year I had a problem with the air conditioning. It was so loud I couldn't sleep, and then with the mosquitoes because I had to open the window. The good thing about this hotel is that they provide a parking space, and to my surprise I got a very modern room. Last year it was bigger, but it was dated. It was classic, it was nice, but dated. This room is much smaller, but is freshly renovated. It smells so good. It's more modern, very eye-pleasing, very comfortable. I just ordered pizza and pasta from a nearby trattoria. They should deliver in half an hour from now. I've ordered 2 dishes because I want to have the pizza for the road tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be driving 6 to 8 hours home, and I want to have everything prepared in the car. I will be picking my order from the reception. They are not allowed to bring it up to the room. I will make myself cozy now. It has been such a beautiful day, a long but beautiful day. I will prepare here the area where I can sit down, have a drink, have the pasta. I got a salad as well, and some cakes from Hurezi. They should be delicious. I will put them in the fridge now, and I will be watching an episode, maybe Coffee House Crime. I love this channel on YouTube. I have also some editing work to do. I won't be checking my emails. I will wait for a few days to check my emails because they are a stress factor, and I'm in such a good mood. I'm in a holiday mood. It's very warm, so I will be turning on now the air conditioning. I think they are over 20 degrees here, outside 19. The windows are big and they flood the room with natural light. It's 8 o'clock, it's past 8 o'clock, still light outside. The food arrived in 22 minutes instead of the estimated 60. I'm so hungry. Let's see how it looks. Wow. Pizza frutti di mare. Here I have the pasta and some sauces, dressing for the salad. So I also got a salad. First things first, I will be taking a shower now. Pizza.